the alien woman on the boat. The gentle lapping of waves against the hull filled the quiet evening air. The boat swayed slightly with the rhythm of the sea, and the setting sun painted the sky with hues of orange and pink. The crew had gone ashore hours ago, leaving the small fishing vessel eerily silent. In the shadows of the storage cabin, a pair of luminous, amber eyes peered out cautiously. Her name, or what humans could pronounce of it, was Lira. She was tall and willowy, her skin faintly iridescent, shimmering under the dim cabin light. She wore a loose cloak she had scavenged from a seaside market, its rough material clashing with her otherworldly elegance. Every so often, her long fingers would adjust the hood to ensure her features remained hidden. "I don't want to go back home," she murmured to herself, her voice carrying a melodic quality that was both haunting and beautiful. The mere thought of her home planet filled her with dread. The rigid hierarchies, the suffocating expectations, a place where she was seen as nothing more than a vessel for duty and tradition. Earth, chaotic as it was, offered her freedom. The boat had become her sanctuary, a temporary refuge in her bid to disappear. She'd arrived on this planet 3 months ago, her craft crashing into the dense forests beyond the small coastal town. Humans, she had discovered, were curious, but often too preoccupied to notice the extraordinary hidden in plain sight. She had blended in as best as she could, learning their language, mimicking their customs. But she knew her time was limited. A sudden creak startled her, pulling her from her thoughts. She froze, holding her breath as heavy footsteps approached the cabin. The door swung open, and a young man stepped inside. He was tall and broad-shouldered, his weathered face framed by sun-bleached hair. His sharp blue eyes scanned the dimly lit room and stopped when they met hers. "Who's there?" he demanded, his voice low but firm. He took a cautious step forward, his hand hovering near a fishing knife strapped to his belt. Lyra's heart raced. She considered her options. Her kind were capable of extraordinary feats, but using them here might draw the very attention she was trying to avoid. Slowly, she raised her hands in a gesture of surrender. "Please," she said, her voice trembling slightly. "I mean no harm." The man hesitated, his brow furrowing. "You're not from around here, are you?" Lyra's lips quirked in a sad smile. "No," she admitted. "I am far from home, but I can't go back." His gaze softened slightly, though his hand remained near the knife. "Why are you hiding on my boat?" "I had nowhere else to go," she replied. "If you wish, I will leave." He sighed and rubbed the back of his neck. "It's not safe out there at night," he muttered. After a moment's thought, he added, "You can stay until morning, but you'll have to explain yourself better before the crew comes back." Relief flooded Lyra's face. "Thank you. I'll stay out of your way." He nodded, watching her carefully before stepping back outside. Lira leaned against the wall, her fingers trembling as she pulled her cloak tighter around her. For now, she was safe, but she knew that her presence would not go unnoticed for long. The tides of fate were shifting, and she could only hope that the kindness of one human would be enough to protect her from the storm to come.